good night. Welcome everyone. Welcome to another Saturday Night Live. My apologies for starting so late. We usually begin at 8 p.m. on a Saturday night Eastern Time, right here in Canada, Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Welcome everyone, no matter where you're tuning in from. We welcome you to our Saturday Night Live with me, yours truly, Posha Malcolm. So happy to have you. The issue is that I'm seeing that monkey coming up on the screen again, saying that something is wrong. So my computer, my laptop is not showing the chat. So I'm going to access it from my phone, the chat. So give me a moment to see if it pops up in my phone. Okay, may I have to go in. Let me see if it comes up so I can access the live chat. So I'm going to, okay, I think it's up. Okay, great, wonderful. Hey guys, I just found something cool that helps me earn a bit of extra cash. Give me a second. All right, so I'm getting the chat. Okay, all right. So, okay, I need to come out and go back in because, all right, I turned the volume down. Wonderful, wonderful. I can now connect. I can now see in the chat, and I'm feeling so much better. Thank you for joining me. Things do happen, but we don't give up. We always persist. No matter what happens in life, do not give up. Find another way out. Improvise if you have to improvise, go around if you have to go around, go over if you have to go over, go under if you have to go under. Yes, just keep positive and God will make the way. So if it's your first time, welcome to a place where your story matters, your joy is welcome, and your presence is a blessing. And if you're returning, you already know that I love and appreciate you. Welcome one and all. Bring your positive vibes and let's connect. And as usual, we normally say our affirmation, and so it's grounded in purpose, covered in grace, and moving forward in faith. Let's go again. That's grounded in purpose, covered in grace, moving forward in faith. How have it been this week for you? You can put it in the chat and I will see it when it comes in. How has this week been for you? Let me know in the chat. Did something good happen this week in terms of something you have wanted, anticipated, you have dreamt about happening? Did it happen this week for you? Let me know in the chat. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be that, something sad happened. Let me know in the chat. Share with me if you feel comfortable enough. I just want to know how your week has been. All right, so I'm just looking at the chat as we speak to see if anything is coming in, any chat messages are in. Wonderful. So I have some wonderful members that have been with me, and I just want to introduce them to you. We have Bobby 2, CC1234. Our channel is at Bobby 2, so you can reach out to her. You can check out her channel. You'll meet Miss Betty and King Louis, and let them know that you are tuning in from my that I sent you over. So check out King Louis and Miss Betty. All right. Wonderful. And we have AD64 plant-based skincare. That's AD64 right here. We have an online shop at ad64.com. You can check out our website and you will find some great deals that are going on right now. So we normally, our products hydrates, help to treat your skin. That's our blemish cream. So we have different things for, but it's for the entire family. All right, so that's Adi 64 plant-based skincare. We're clean skincare, no chemicals. All right, so check out adi64.com. And we have Retire Beard. Retire Beard needs some encouragement, so please, reach out and send some encourage and leave a comment with an encouragement for him. He does reviews and other things. So check out, he does a lot of live, and you will find throughout the day or in the night, whatever time he does is live. And then we have KT Pitta, and Retire Beard handle is Retire Beard at Retire Beard. All right, so send him some love, leave a nice heart so that he can be encouraged. I know that he's going through some stuff right now. All right, so Retire Beard, our heart goes out to you. I hope you feel better soon with all that you're going through. And we have Katie Pitter. Yes, if you want to know about the legal jargons, yes, tune in to Katie Pitter. She does a lot of case reviews, and I like that. So check out Katie Pitter for those reviews, and her channel is unique. All right, so let them know that Posha sent you, and you can give them a heart. Okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you, members, for sticking with me, for trusting me, and for also turning up, especially when I need you the most. I really appreciate it. And I just want to give a special shout out to thank you for that thumbs up. Thank you so much. I've seen it. Yes, and we have Bobby too. Thank you so much for joining. All right. Thank you. Wonderful. Good evening, Portia. Good evening. I realized you had your live today, so I will be checking, Angela and myself will be checking it out. All right. So we have the TV connect to our YouTube. So we normally watch. So sometimes you don't see a comment, but we do watch the channels, but you may not see a comment because we are doing it from the television. So we'll be checking that out, that video out, Bobby too. And thanks for putting that handle in for Katie Peter. Thank you so much. Then I just want to do a special shout out for Chris Shipam. So Chris has been joining my Saturday Night Live for a while now, and I just really wanted to give him a shout out. Another unique guy, and I just want to say thank you, Bobby to CC. All right, so he has been joining my Saturday Night Live, and I just want to give him that shout out. So Chris, thank you so much for sticking around with me on a Saturday night. I appreciate it. All right, so that's Chris Shipam. That's ChrisShipam. All right, and that's at Chris Shipam. All right, and I enjoyed the music that he played with the tuba. Yes, I really enjoyed, and he knows so much about those organs and the older radios and stuff like that. I like that. All right. And we are introducing you to our membership. So we do have a membership, and we have different costs associated that you can support us on. I can't give it that joint button. When you go and see subscribe, you will also see join beside it. You can check out what we have to offer with that join button. All right, and you just check it out and let me. And if you see something that you can support, please support me. I really appreciate it. This is what I do, content creation. Yes, this is my 9 to 5. So do support me. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much, Cece, for those. So I actually collected a jar of ice of yeah, we had a little um, snow. This week we had a lot of snow. A lot. We had a snowstorm, basically, a lot of snow. So I actually filled this. It was compact, and now it's coming together and melting. So I want to see how much of this, the snow. That's it. So this is snow. So it's really ice. So when it comes out of the sky, I know most of you may know. Well, I'm not assuming because I'm not sure exactly where you're viewing from, but whenever um like it's very cold, we have white. The rain that comes down actually turns into what we call snow, and it's snow crystals that comes down, and then when they touch each other, they form into ice. And you know that snow crystals, they are so beautiful, and not one of them look the same. Every snow crystal, am I calling it right? Snow crystal. Its shapes different. There's no identical. And all of these are made up of snow. All of this in this jar are made up of snow crystals. So can you imagine how much snow crystals are in this? Yes, it's really, really beautiful. I'm not sure if I'm calling it the right name, but snow crystal, yes. If I'm not getting it right, please let me know. So this is what I collected, and as I showed you, it's just snow coming together, making this. Yes. So it forms ice, and then it gets hard. All right. So want to see how fast it melts, and by the time we are finished tonight, how it if we see any water in there, if it will melt into liquid. But as I said, I had pulled it up, but now it's melting, but I'm not seeing any liquid at the bottom. So I think it's compacting itself, and then it may start melting. All right. So we'll watch that as we go into flakes. Yes. But let me see if I find the name. Snow crystal. Crystals. Snowflakes. Yeah, let's look for snow. I think it's flakes. Snowflakes. Yes, I think that's the name. Yes. Thank you so much, Cece. Snowflakes. Yes. Right. So snowflakes, they shape, they're beautiful, really, really beautiful. But when they hit on the ground, they may smash, and so you may not see a perfect one. But all of them are different, no matter how closely resembled they are. Every single one of them are different, different, different snowflakes. So that's it. You can look it up. All of them are different. So imagine all of this is our snowflakes, but coming together, they you can't see that. So they break as they touch each other, and then they melt, they get hard. Some get hard, some melt. If the sun comes out, usually the sun comes out the following day after a snowstorm, it starts to melt it. Or if there's rain after, you find that it starts to melt the snow. So let's see. Let's see what happens with this. Let's see what happens. And tonight's activity, we are doing some general quiz. It will be fun, exciting. I'm open. So we have a mixture of things like food, nature, travel, movies, and we basically just have 9 questions, right? With Beard, how are you? Posha, great evening to you. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. All right, so I'm using my phone for the chat and I'm talking on the computer camera. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining. All right, much unicorn love. All right. Chris Chapam, welcome. So we have Chris Chapam here. Hello, Portia and Bobby too, and everyone. Wonderful, wonderful. And Vitabia says, CC with a wave. Bobby too said, I'm glad to see you, Chris. Vitabia said, Chris, all right, welcome. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I appreciate you being here. All right, so I'm going to put the phone right there so I can see better. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. So we have, just 9 questions. It's not a lot. We love you. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the love. Bobby too. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. All right. So how we're going to play it now? I have my board. I have my eraser if we need to erase, and I have my board. I'm going to try and see if I can get a stand to put it whenever we have quiz. And I have my marker. Let's see. Yeah, I have my marker right here, right? Oh, it's kind of dull. I don't even know if there's a white one in. So we're going to erase this. All right, so we are ready to go. So I'm going to read out each question out loud. You'll type your answer in the chat. The first person to type the correct answer will have bragging rights. So I give you a shout out. If I don't know your channel, I'll go to your channel and give you a shout out, right? And no pressure, it's just pure fun. All right? Wonderful. And just trust your instinct. Just trust yourself. All right, let's go. So it's just going to be true and false questions. And we can discuss it. Adi 64 say blessings, blessings. Thank you for joining. So it's just going to be, if there's something that, discussion around it, we can discuss. All right, great. So we have go on the board. So we're ready to go. All right. Have another side. Now, number 1, true or false? Bananas are berries. Bananas are berries. True or false? Bananas are berries. Sounds good, I think. All right. False. Bananas. So Bobby 2 says CC. Let me just say CC. CC says false. Chris says false. Vitabe sounds good, I think. Chris says, Vitabe, is that our answer? Is it F for false, T for true? Let's see. I was behind 10 seconds. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so is it false or is it true, Retire Beard? What do you think? I'll go with true, even though I'm not seeing the rest of it. Oh, I have white chalk as well. Okay, I'm not seeing what the end of that question. Okay. All right, so the answer, I hear it. Okay, so the question is, bananas are berries. Is it true or false? Bananas are berries. Is it true or false? So I give Beard a time to answer. Is it true or false? Bananas are berries. Yes, stay with true. All right. So Retire Bear says he's gonna stay with true. So the first correct answer goes to oh, where's my oh my gosh. Oh, I put it right here for close to be closer to me. We're going to it is true. Yes, bananas botanically. Bananas qualified as berries. Okay, so for me, when I learned about it, it seems unreal. So, retire beard, just gonna put R for retire beard. So that's one down. So for me, I would say no, bananas are not berries, but they say botanically. You know, you have those small bananas that looks like a flower, like they're in the garden. They put them in the garden for decoration and stuff like that. No, but the berries part, I'm wondering if it's the seeds that are in it. I don't know, but that's what they say. Botanically, they are berries. So that one got me as well. So the answer is true for that. So the correct answer goes to retire beard. Number two, honey, I'm hoping everyone gets this because I'm a bee farmer back home, back in Jamaica. So, number two, honey never spoils. Honey never spoils. True or false? Honey never spoils. Honey never spoils. True or false? Let me see the answer coming in. Honey never spoils. What do you think? Honey never spoils. True or false? Honey never spoils. So I'm taking out a marker for everyone that participates. So that's white. True or false? So I'm giving about 1 more minute. I hope you're hearing me. Let me know in the chat if you're hearing me. So honey never spoils. Okay, so the correct answer is true. So archaeologists have found edible honey thousands of years old. And one of the things I can share with you that this is true because the bees, when they bring the nectar and the sap and whatever they feed on into the hive, you have the worker bees that fan the liquid out of it. So they fan all liquid out of it, so it becomes that's jelly based. And if water doesn't touch honey, it doesn't spoil. But if water touches the honey, it can spoil the honey. So it becomes damaged honey. So it is, to me, knowing what I know as a bee farmer back back in Jamaica, that it is true that you can, and yes, they have found, archaeologists have found honey thousands of years. I think the Egyptians, I'm trying to remember where else, but yes, honey doesn't spoil. Number three, this one is a bit unique, and we're going deep down into the ocean. So, an octopus has 3 hearts. An octopus has 3 hearts. True or false? An octopus has 3 hearts. Do you think it's true? Do you think it's false? let me know in the chat. You can just say T for true, F for false. Remember, it's fun. We are learning, and that's really one of the things I wanted to achieve from this, that we are actually learning as we go along on this, in this community, that we are developing our minds, we are keeping it active and all of that. So yes, it's fun, and it's also helping to, you know, get our brains stimulated and active and keep going, right? So an octopus has three hearts. Is that true or false? You can guess. You can put your T for true, F for false. Let me know in the chat. All right. I'm not sure if if the message is coming through, but I am not seeing it. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't seeing all the messages. Oh my gosh, I was just stuck. I was just so stuck. All right, let me go through my messages because I wasn't seeing them coming in. So okay, oh no, I thought about the seeds. Yes. So CC says true. Okay. Chris says false. Retire Bear says true. That would depends on what mean by spoil too. Okay, so they did answer. You did answer the question. All right, so the first person was CC. That's true. Yes, it is true. And Adi says true as well. Retire Bear says true. And Chris is true. All right, wonderful. So we have CC having a mark right there. All of them say the same thing. All of them look the same. Oh, I have something else. Hold on, hold on. I have something else that I can use. So we are going to school. All right, so we have we have this. So we have Retire Beard. This is much better. So Retire Beard, one. Then we have CC, one down. All right. Wonderful. So let me finish reading the messages because they weren't coming through. I mean, we'll have to use water after a certain point to get to our consumption point again. And Chris says, oh, I heard that, but I also heard putting it in the refrigerator make it go weird, loses nutritional value. Yes. Well, I'm not sure. I've never heard of anyone putting it into the freezer. And yes, the water does spoil it. Retire Bear says, like stores in a dry desert cave, it would last thousands of years, right? Because it has that temperature. And the CC says true. Chris says true. If they have more, I think, might be confusing the brain though. All right, so thank you so much for answering. I hope she is not getting the yes, so it seems as though I was getting that I wasn't seeing the messages coming. So I'm just going to refresh my page as I go along. All right, so the answer is actually true, and the first person to give that correct answer is Bobby 2. So Bobby 2 got another mark right here. Yes, so it is actually true. And Retire Bear says F if they have more, I think. No, so they only have three. So it says that true, two pump blood to the gills and one to the rest of the body. And they say that octopus have brains. Mean they are smart, right? there was once a World Cup season, a World Cup going on, and they use an octopus to predict who was going to win the different rounds, and who was going to be the ultimate winner based on that. Based on the octopus. Yeah, so they say octopus are smart, just like the dolphin. They say that octopus are one of the smartest creatures. And I think with them doing that with the Olympic in that year, I think they may have been right. So let me know what you think about that. All right. So Retired Bear says, okay, we passed that. So Retired Bear says, my chat was off yesterday and I had no idea. Yes, so it seems as though they are having glitches because I'm getting something went wrong with my chat. So I'm not seeing it. So I'm just using my phone to access the chat. And Chris says, octopus came from another planet. I tell you. And you see how they move. And I believe that octopus, those monsters that they used to talk about that they see at sea that they couldn't describe, I think it was octopus. Because an octopus can like use their tentacles and bring down a ship. So yeah, they're from another planet. Retired Bear says, I think as we might as well. Thanks for that emoji, Chris. Yes. So, yeah, they have a two, three. Yeah, two pump blood to the gills and one to the rest of the body. Woo, I tell you. So, we move on to question 4. Canada has more lakes. We're bringing it home. Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. True or false? Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. And Retired Bear says true. All right. So let me read that again. Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. Chris says true. Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. Any other answer? Retired Bear says, I've heard Canada lakes and more, not seeing that, knew whatever had to be true. Okay, all right. And more, and knew whatever had to be true. So Bobby 2 says false. Retired Bear says true. Chris says true. Anyone else want to add to that? We have true and false. Anyone else want to add to that? Give you a minute to let me know your response. Adi 64 says true. All right. Any other response? Retired Bear says Canada has so much fresh water. Yes, that is true. All right. Anyone else? All right. So we have a winner. And the only person that says false is correct. So Canada has more lakes than any other country, but not more than the rest of the world combined. So out of all the countries, we combined, we don't. But for like compared to a country, we do. And yes, there's so much. As even in Ontario, there's so much when they count it. There was one place that we went in the fall, and we visited about 3 of them, 2 or 3 falls in similar vicinity. It was in that area, and we could see other branch off, like other areas in the same, while going to those major ones, falls, that we could see others on the way. So I know this to be true, that they do have a lot more than other countries, but not combined. So we're giving CC another mark for that. And we're going to continue with question number 5. So, and let's give all right. So we have number 5 on the board. It says a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. Is this true or false? A group of flamingos is called flamboyance. Is this true or false? Welcome, God bless. Hi, my nephew, Mikhail, how are you? And how is the family? Thank you so much for joining. All right. So, Auntie Portia, how are you doing, Mikhail? Thanks so much. I hope you can participate. Even if you don't know the answer, you can think and say, okay, I think this may be the correct answer. All right. So we have Chris saying true. And we have hi, God bless. My sister responding. I hope everything is all right. Hi, Daddy. Irisana. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate the family joining tonight. So, is it true or false? I'm going to give some more time. Is it true or false? A group of flamingos. True. All right. True or false? We get another one in. All right. Is it true or false? True. God bless says true. All right. So it is. Woo! True. It is true. It is true. It is true. And it perfectly fits them. Don't you think? So we have Chris. So I'm gonna put CS, and CS gets one. Wonderful. All right. Oh, never mind. So Ritabe say, can you repeat the question? Oh, sorry about that. And Chris says, wow. Ritabe say, oh, never mind. And laugh out loud bit. Okay, so the question was, a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance, and it is true. You know, nice them are, you know. They're showing it off. Richard Bear says, oh, parents were talking. I wasn't hearing the question. Sorry about that. All right. So it is flamboyance. A group of flamingos, they call them flamboyance. And we are down to 4 more questions before we wrap it up. The great number 6, the Great Wall of China is visible from space with the naked eye. True or false? The Great Wall of China is visible from space with the naked eye. And the Retired Bear says, true. Chris says, I took a guess, but wow. Yes. And that's it. It's fun. Even if you don't know the answer, just choose. It could be the correct answer. And then we learn, right? And we have some answers coming in. Chris says true. God bless says false. And Bobby too says true. Retired Bear says false. All right. All right. So the first correct answer is God bless. So that came before Retired Beard with false. Retired Beard said, I had to send that several times. I had to send that several times. How odd. And Retired Bear said, restarting YouTube. Okay. I think there's a glitch on your side as well, because everything is working good on my side, Retired Beard. So I think it's yours. So we have God bless. So we're going to put G. Okay, that one not so good. We're going to put, I give purple. So we're going to put G on the board. So that's one down for God bless. All right, there we go. I hope you're seeing. Hope you're seeing it. All right, so we have Retired Beard with 1, CC with 3. We have Chris with 1, and we have God bless with 1. All right, so we are down now to 3 questions. All right, so number 7. Okay, Retired Beard is okay now. So number 7, it's dolphins sleep with one eye open. True or false? Dolphins sleep with one eye open. Okay. God bless, I answer two questions instead of one. Okay. All right. Retired Bear say true. God bless says false. Bobby too says true. Chris says false. Wow, this is an interesting one. All right. So the answer, and Retired Bear said, well, sleep with half the brain, but also no. So, all right. So, I think Retired Bear is getting um yeah, you're close to that. It is true. So one half of their brains rest at a time. You can imagine that? You can imagine one half of their brains rest at a time. So they sleep with one eye open. So when you close one eyes and sleep, how do I do it now? I can't even do it. And sleep. This side of my brain is resting. They are amazing creatures, dolphins. I love dolphins. Yeah, and I've been kissed by one before. I always remember it. I always remember I've been kissed on my jaw by a dolphin. Okay, so the winner is Retired Beard. Yes, Retired Beard got that one. So that's yellow. All right, there we go. All right, so let's see in the chat what it says. God bless says, I cannot see nobody else. All right, so when you close one eye, I cannot see nobody else. Retired Bear says, I sleep like that. What? And Retired Bear says, people can walk near a room and not seeing. Let's just type something in. Just anything so I can get to see. So I sleep like that. So Retired Bear says that he can sleep like that. People can walk near a room I am in and I wake up. All right, so you sleep very light because yes. And we have RJ in the house. Welcome, RJ. Glad to see you. Yes. All right. Wonderful. So we are playing the game true or false. It's pretty light, enjoyable so far. And so we are actually down to 8 questions. So we asked before, are bananas berries? And the answer was true. Honey, and number 2, honey never spoils. And the answer was true. And number 3, an octopus has 3 hearts, and that is true. 2 goes to the blood, pump blood to the gills, 1 to the rest of the body. Number 4, Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. The key answer is combined, so that would be false, but in terms of any other country, that's true. 5, a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. And then 6, the Great Wall of China is visible from space with the naked eye. That is false. And number 7, dolphins sleep with one eye open. So we are down to 2 questions before we wrap up. All right. So number 8 on the board is pineapples grow on trees. Is this true or false? Pineapple grows on the tree. Is this true or false? Pineapple false, false, true, true. All right. So give some more. Retired Bear says false. So we have RJ saying false, God bless saying false, Chris saying true, CC saying true, Retired Bear saying false. Retired Bear says, Don got behind again. I'm sorry about that. I mean, yes. So sorry about that. You keep falling behind. So it's actually false. Yes, it is false. They grow on the ground from a central plant. Yes, so they like you have the center of the plant and it goes from the middle, comes up like a flower coming up. Yes, very beautiful as it goes up. Yes. And I love pineapples. So that is true. They grow underground from a central plant. That is false, rather. That is false. And the first person to give me the correct answer is RJ. So RJ, you're on the board. So we have RJ. So RJ gets one. So well, let us see who will take number 9 home. So number 9 is coming. And RJ say, I knew it. Chris say, oh no. Chris say, and pineapples, my favorite. Yes. Well, pineapples are nice. And remember, don't leave out the middle of the pineapple. That is where you get a lot of nourishment from. That middle piece, usually we would cut, cut around, get out the eyes. We call them those little um thing that perks out. We get them out, and then we'll just slice them into small pieces, or you cut them up in chunks. Yes, you can put them in your smoothie, or you can just eat them like that, right? And guess what? You see the outer part, if you cut on the outer part, you can bramlane. Yes, they are very good. They are very good health wise. Very important that you don't cut out those parts, right? That part is very nutritious. And we Jamaicans, we're very innovative. So what we'll do is to cut the outer part, just cut it off totally with the eye, and then put it in a pot and boil it. And we put ginger. When we boil it, then we put it in the blender with ginger, and it make a really nice, refreshing juice. Or you can just wash it, clean it, make sure it's clean, and then you put it in your blender with some ginger, and then you strain it. Yes, so we are very innovative when it comes to pineapple. So you can try that out. All right, so we are down to the final. Woo! We're down to the final one. Chris says, yummy. God bless says, I was out for a sec. Okay, so that question was, pineapple grow on trees, and the answer is false. They grow underground from a central plant. And the winner for that one was RJ. Now, let's see who is going to take it home right here. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way. Let me see your answer, the final one. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way. True or false? True or false? I have to give some more time for the answers to come in, because I think they are delayed. Right, they are coming in now. So God bless says false. CC says false. Chris says false. RJ says false. Retired Bear says true. And Retired Bear says the Milky Way. That's impossible. All right. Let me see. Anyone else? Giving the last chance. Anyone else? We have one to go. Anyone else? All right. So for this big one, the answer is true. Scientists estimate about 3 trillion trees on Earth. So the answer is actually true, because they think that trees. Yes, I was shocked myself. But I love trees. I love trees. Are not many stars in the Milky Way compared to the trees? That's insane. RJ say that's insane. Yes, I was blown away by it too. What? Yes, God says, how did you get that? Right. I think he guessed. And then Chris says, wow, plant more. Yes, it makes sense to me. It doesn't mean I know too much about space. Yes, so trees. There are more trees on earth. And I love trees. Today I was looking at a beautiful tree, and persons go to that tree and they actually worship the tree, like literally worship the tree. They call it ba bahaja, something like that. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, that tree is so beautiful. Oh, it branches out. And another fun fact, do you know your lungs, your lungs, yes, do you know that your lungs have shaped like a tree, like it goes out with the little branches, those little um what they call vein, or something like that. Yes, it's shaped like a tree. I said, God is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Yes, I'm gonna research some more about it. When I saw the guy, put it up and show the two of them, the tree and the lungs, I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, so the chat is coming in. So Retired Bear said it makes sense. All right, Retired Bear said, are millions of stars, are trillions of trees, I figured. And Retired Bear says, are objects in the universe bigger than the Milky Way galaxy? Of course. Yes. The Milky Way is just like a little speck compared to the cul-de-sac that the Milky Way is in. Yes. Our little cul-de-sac is just like that. Then you have, how would I say? Picture many balloons, and each balloon, you know, with signify a cul-de-sac. That's the name that they call it. Yes. And then we have Retired Bear saying, Chris saying trees are wonderful. Yes. RJ says trees can create beautiful things. The Haida people of British Columbia created totem poles. I would have to go look into that. Interesting. All right. And Retired Bear says it's big to us. Retired Bear says, but really it's tiny. Yes. So Earth is like this little thing. Our galaxy is like this. But then outside of that, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Yes. So the answer goes to Retired Beard. He started it and he finished it. So we have a tie. Yes. So brag rights goes out to unless we can give one more questions. I don't have another question. Oh my gosh. RJ says, God knows the tiny details specific when the world was made. Yes, he's so awesome. I'm not seeing the other part of the chat. Okay. I think, hold on. Let me see. Okay, so God knows the tiny details. He was specific when the world was made. Yes. Retired Bear says we can tie. Wonderful. All right. So we have a tie. It goes to Retired Beard and Bobby 2. CC 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. So we have a tie. And we also give thanks to all of you for participating. It's now 9:06 p.m. and I give you thanks for sticking around with me, for spending this part of your Saturday night with me on Saturday Night Live with Posha Malcolm. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a wonderful experience. Retired Bear says, so we need to tie now. Yes, you're tied. And God bless says, I went out again. Yeah, I think something is happening on YouTube. RJ says, congrats, Bobby 2 and Retired Beard. And Retired Beard says, fantastic time. Wonderful. And as we started out, and we're going to end with, we wanted to find out, this is snow in a jar. I put these snowflakes, as you know, snow comes down, which are snowflakes, and they fall on the ground and they come together. or they'll just rest until they get frozen. And Chris says, nice, cozy evening, wonderful. Glad to hear it. So we wanted to see how much of it will melt and how that will look, what that will look like. But this is all I got. I filled it up from the top. So it was all the way from the top, and now it has reached there, and all that I'm getting is this. I don't know if you're seeing the liquid that's in there. It's just a small amount of liquid. I don't know if you're seeing it. See there? A very small amount of liquid that is there. So this is how fast it melts, but I think it becomes compact as it touches the earth together. It's like they cluster together and make it more dense. So this is something to, think about as we learn tonight. We're also learning about snow, that it combines and compresses together. And that's how we are to be as people. We are to come together, share with each other, love on each other, and support each other. So thank you tonight for supporting me. And I'm just going to go through. So Chris Chipam, please visit each other's channel so that we can support each other. So I have RJ coming up. RJ say, I had fun for a short time. I'm happy that you could join still, RJ. Wonderful. So we have RJ, we have Chris Shipham joining us with Tara Beard. We have God Blessed. We have our moderator for tonight, Bobby 2, known as CC1234. Say hi to your babies for me and also your family, CC. And we have also joining us as I go down, Adi64. Yes, Adi64 joining us tonight. And all those who did not comment, but you have joined us and you have enjoyed yourselves. I also want to give you, tell you thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And let us continue to grow and learn together. I really enjoyed tonight. So God bless you and have a wonderful evening. Remember, with God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. Georgia, welcome. Hello, my sister. Hello, everyone. Hi, Georgia. How you doing? And we have Bobby too. Good night, everyone. And Bobby too takes it out. Take care. Love you one and all. Bye-bye.